Hi guys, so for today's video I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of just applying makeup and telling you how I'm applying it and what I'm using, I thought it would be fun that for each step of makeup that I do, I'm going to tell you one thing about myself. And instead of explaining the makeup, I'm just going to apply it. I'm not going to say anything. I will tell you what product I'm using. Other than that, that's it. So I've already applied moisturizer and primer, so I'm going to go in with Too Faced Born This Way foundation and Beauty Blender. So I started Makeup by Tristan a year ago this week actually, and you may or may not know, but the first thing I'm going to tell you is my real name, which is Tristan Rayburn. And every makeup person, well, not everybody, like Jaclyn Hill uses her real name, but most makeup people or people in the beauty community don't use their real name, and could be for many reasons. I didn't, because I already have social media accounts in my name, and I wanted to have something dedicated strictly to makeup and only makeup. So the next thing that I'm going to tell you about, and this step is concealer. I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer, is that I am 22 years old, even though I probably don't look it. I am. And my birthday is actually in May, so this month. And I started Makeup by Tristan just a few weeks after my birthday. Just on a pure whim, for fun, no reason whatsoever. Next up, for brows, I'm going to be using the Benefit Brow Contour Pro. So it's like that cool pen where each color kind of comes down. So I'm going to go in with the darkest one, which is just called Deeper Shade, and outline my brows. And so for this step, I'm going to tell you a fun fact about myself, which I'm not sure is actually a fun fact, but anytime, like in college or school, they ask you to say a fun fact about yourself, I always used this. So I am actually a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed when I was 8 years old, and I have an insulin pump. So that is my fun fact. So my next fact, while I do my contour from the Kat Von D Cream Contour Shade and Light palette, is that I am born and raised in New York, not the city, actually about like 6 hours from the city, and I have lived in New York my entire 22 years. I have never actually been to the city. So someday that would be fun to do, but I do not live there and I have never been there. I lived in such a small town that my graduating class was 42. 42. So next is powder, and I'm going to use a little bit of the Revolution Banana Light powder and the Too Faced Multi-Use Complexion Powder. So I'm going to use the Revolution for under my eyes and then Too Faced for all over my face. And the fact for this step is that I went to college twice and I have multiple degrees. Well, I guess 3 times. So I started out my college journey right after high school, and I went to the community college, which was close to me, and I went for early childhood education. And I graduated early in 2017 with my associates. And then I moved on to a SUNY school. And then I moved on to a SUNY school to get my bachelor's in early childhood education. And I did not finish that. I quit. And I decided that what I wanted to do would not be possible for me because I liked one-on-one teaching better than being a lead teacher, and so that is basically like a teacher's aide. And I did not think that with my diabetes it would be a suitable choice because I did not know if I would make enough to be able to afford all of the insulin and everything I need, and it just was not a risk I would take. And I was also too picky. Like, I wanted second grade or under and not in a city school. I wanted a smaller class, and I was just way too picky to be able to be a teacher. So I went right back to school. I didn't take any time off. The next semester, I went back to community college and went for paralegal and legal studies. And I graduated with that again early in 2019. Yes, 2019, which was literally like a few months ago. But anyway, it is blush, and I'm actually using Manu MUA's Lunar Beauty blush palette that launched last Wednesday, and I am in love with these colors. And I think today I'm going to use this middle color, Stargaze. And so back to paralegal, I stuck with that, and I work in a law office, and I am a bank paralegal. And for eyes, I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette. And for this step, I'm just going to talk a bit about makeup. It is not a job for me, it is just a hobby. I would like to eventually do other people's makeup for like events and whatnot, but currently it is just a hobby. I do not get paid for it yet. And big picture would be I could do this full time and make this full-time job. However, right now that is not a possibility. So here we are. Okay, and that is it for the eyes. So next I'm going to move on to highlight and Jeffree Star Brain Freeze palette. I'm going to be using the shade Khaki up in this corner right here. And the fact for this step is that I have a little dog. His name is Winston. He is a Shih Tzu and he is 6 years old. And I am a dog person. I am definitely not a cat person. I don't mind them, but I would never want to own one. Alright, and that's it for the facts. I'm just going to put on some setting spray and some lip gloss, and then I'll finish off the look. Okay, and for lip, I'm just going to be using the Too Faced Extreme Injection Lip Gloss. Alright, and that's it for this look. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. If you want to know anything else, just leave a comment and let me know. See you in my next one. Bye!